Shaukutali.
Ayubowan, Wanakam, and jolly good morning to you, and welcome to Newsline, broadcasting live from the Newsfirst studios here in Dawson Street in Colombo. And joining me this morning is my colleague, Bandula Jayasekara. Good morning.
Ayubowan.
Wanakam. And we are also delighted to welcome back to our program Mr. Lasil De Silva, the Secretary of Presifac.
Very powerful man.
A very powerful man indeed. Thank you for being brave enough to come and face the nation through Newsline. Your term of office comes to an end on the 6th of March, several weeks away. What have you done? Where are the results? You've spent the public's money. Where are the results now?
I am happy to tell you we have started and we are going ahead with a number of investigations. Mm-hmm. We have already concluded 2 cases because basically we started getting into action, I would say, in late July, may I say August. The police officers came in July and started investigations from August. Up to now we have about, let me say it this way, up to now we have received about 1,400 cases or little more. By November there were 900 cases, and we considered all the 900 cases and referred 300 odd cases to the investigation team. Now, the balance did not fall within the purview of the Commission.
Right.
Now, from the 300 odd petitions, actively we have gone into about 100 cases.
Right.
There again, half of the lot does not fall within the purview. After investigation, that was what was revealed. Then we have about 50-60 cases actively being investigated. 2 cases have been completed. Now, we have
the prosecution.
Prosecution, this is the question, right? Now,
or even if there's no prosecution, have you recovered any monies?
Shall we say it this way? Ours is a fact-finding mission.
Right.
And we have already not been able to, complete more than 2 cases because our...
2 cases?
Well, they're just scratch, Lasil.
No.
Small, the Nigambo case and this Mahayangana.
No, now see, there are large cases like Satos. We have gone into other institutions like, Minister of Justice, then National Insurance Corporation, and so many other cases already.
What about these people with the surname Rajapaksa? They seem to be having a frequent visitors card to your premises. They're there all the time. So much so that President Rajapaksa said that he's quite immune and he's used to this thing now. Is it fair if we were to rename this as some sort of commission of inquiry into allegations against the Rajapaksas? Would that be fair?
I don't think it is correct to say it that way. We have been appointed to look into massive frauds and corruption. That is our name. Serious frauds and corruption.
What about any monies in Dubai or in that part of the world? Have you found anything there?
With regard to the investigations, most of the matters, have been investigated into, and some cases have been completed, say about 80%.
They're localized, are they?
Yeah. No, step by step, we will definitely have to go into international arena too.
What's happening to Gamini Sandra? Nobody's talking about him. What's happening to the former Chief of Staff?
Yeah, I would say there are investigations now underway. Probably within the next couple of days, months or whatever,
Has he been as frequent a visitor as his erstwhile boss?
He has not been summoned by us yet.
Really?
Yes.
But why not? There is former Secretary to the President, Mr. Vidatunga, but there were so many allegations or talk about Ranam. And is it correct to say that a powerful cabinet minister is protecting him?
No, I don't know. I don't know whether there is a powerful cabinet minister is giving whatever protection to him. That doesn't come within our purview. But whatever the matter that are being investigated, as and when necessary, we have not been hesitant to call up the relevant parties, and we have always done that. People know about it very well.
So is Mr. Senrat, has he been above it? Are you saying that you haven't received any complaints?
There are some investigations underway. Let us wait and see.
Right.
Please tell the nation.
Can't you tell the name? Can't you share a bit of information, and our viewers will be delighted.
We
to
will
hear
certainly,
this.
because as and when the need arises, when at the appropriate stage, I will always tell the public what happens, because media won't spare me always. You know, they call me.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm
What
here.
about Johnston Fen? What about this Satosa? There is a big issue about Satosa.
Yeah, I think Satosa is I would say it's a very serious matter because
What's
as
the
far as-
magnitude of the fraud alleged in Satosa? In rupees?
In fact, Lakh Satosa was created for a purpose, to
Rob.
provide, you know, essential items
Okay,
at competitive rates.
right. I thought
You
it
know.
was set up to rob the state again.
To frankly, to me, frankly, it looks as if so, because it has happened that way in a big way. You know.
But he is roaming around very freely. And you know, like
No.
Farah said, why only the Rajapaksas?
Yeah,
What
why
about
the
them?
Rajapaksas? I mean, we're not holding a candle to them, you understand, and there is no truth in the matter that I am a sort of mullah.
Madam
But-
Muller.
Yes, but
But you know, why,
But it
why
is,
are they moving freely?
it's a year. Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa quite rightly pointed out the last time he came out of your offices that it's a year, and there is not a shred of evidence. He doesn't own any houses, lands, or anything other than what he has already declared.
Fair enough, yeah.
And he says, therefore, that this is a politically driven witch hunt. And I think that you may find that the people are beginning to think on those lines too. So unless you want that thing to be sustained and perpetuated, you're going to have to come up with something more tangible than saying we're investigating.
I know, in fact, Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa commented about the commission in that fashion. I would like to ask this question, right? If we had not given a fair chance for him to explain all these things, you know, opened up evidence in their presence, what would have been the situation then, right?
It would have just been rumors and nothing else.
Yeah, but no. I mean, I wouldn't say those are rumors, because there is enough evidence to prove that people have been deployed for election campaign, and government money, you know, Lanka money had been spent on all that. In addition, now it was revealed that the arms given to avant-garde, right? Actually, it was during the process of the giving evidence, but particularly this lady, Damayanti Jayaratne, she accepted the fact that all that had been done, not in keeping with the...
Has she been suspended? Interdicted?
No, she had been transferred out from defense...
Well, it's about time too. We're getting a question from a viewer.
Viewer, this is really from Saudi Arabia. It's very interesting. They are watching you, Faraz.
Oh, good.
And he's asking, please ask him whether any top school principals are being investigated. That's one. Then he's asking, also kindly find out how to catch third-party bribery or bribes deposited in indirect bank accounts. This is because sometimes funds are given through third or fourth party or as gift vouchers. From all the way from Saudi. A question
You know,
from a viewer.
now, in fact, there is a situation like that because we go into investigations, and there is also a need to go into various accounts, maybe individual accounts and things like that. Basically, that also has been one of the problems, and this matter was referred to the Presidential Secretariat. There is a bit of a situation where we have been granted permission by the Secretariat. I don't know whether the President knows about it. I don't think he knows about it, to take up individual cases. Actually, that's not the way it has to be. It has to be done. Basically, because there has to be provision given, approved, for us to proceed with the kind of investigation as and when the need arises. So there are little obstacles that way, but at the same time, when in regard to these principles, our jurisdiction, our scope does not cover that kind of things.
But they want to know that.
Yeah, it doesn't cover.
Another question has come through to our control room is that they're asking when is it that you're actually going to take action against these political leaders?
Let us entrust, because it's under investigation and there's a very clear, transparent, open path being pursued in regard to all those allegations. The investigations are underway. Finally, there'll be a day that they will say, okay, case is concluded. Then we take a decision to report it to the Attorney General and the Bribery Commission, right? So naturally, there's a process. It takes a little.
People are tired of the process.
I know. That's what I said.
You
Right?
seem to be tired of the process.
Can I ask you this? If one was to be brutally frank, the best word I've come up with, and perhaps our viewers might wish to email us or SMS us or contact us through other media. The best word that I could come up with to describe this entire exercise is called fudging.
No.
This is a big fudge.
No,
isn't it?
no. I do not agree with you. Now, I don't want to compare our commission with other institutions such as Bribery Commission, CID, FCID, right? But within a very short period of time, we have gone into most of the investigations and we have nearly completed.
But you haven't had a quick win yet.
But those two are very minor things.
No.
Nigambo, Lagoon thing and
I mean, whether it is mild or that is not our
or
problem.
Vindaloo.
Yeah, basically you have to go into all those things the way I told you, because they have to be given fair chances to say that they are not guilty, right? This takes a longer period. Fortunately, I would say it this way. See the number of cases, how far we have gone up to now. We are about 30, 40, 50 cases completed, nearly 70, 80, 90%. So it takes it takes a little while. It takes some time, I would say, to finish up, because we can't rush through when a party is being accused of huge fraud, corruption and all that. They have to be given fair chances, and that's what we do.
Are you able to disclose, without getting into any hot water, whether there have been any complaints against the present governor of the central bank, Arjuna Mahendran, and his role in what we call the Treasury bond scandal?
Yet again, now that is with regard to the scope of the commission.
you like
a
hot
yes
water,
or
Lasil, so it's
a
all
yes
right.
or no would be fine.
It doesn't fall within the scope of the commission.
Why?
Now, let me say it this way.
When does the scope of work? When is the shutout date? Is it the 10th of January?
6th, shutout date is from 10th January 2010 to 10th January 2015.
Well, there you are. It's excellent news, because the Prime Minister was appointed on the 8th of January. And therefore the central bank bond issue, the scandal, can be traced back to the 8th of January. And it therefore falls within the scope of your work. And anybody whose conscience is aroused, I suggest that you write to the Presifac, the Presidential Commission.
His direct number is given. It will come on the screen.
The number will come on the screen.
No, if a petition is received, definitely we will take it up. But I have the gut feeling it doesn't fall within the purview of the Commission.
But the people wants this investigated. Also, for us, I asked him the Sinhala program about the Prado case.
Oh, indeed, the Prado case. How are we doing for time? We might have to come back to the Prado case, and this message thing's got full of questions this morning. I'll read through them during the break. So there's the Prado case that we want to come back to, but I'm shocked that there's nobody has. They must have written to you about the bond.
No,
No, you're thinking hard now, aren't you? That's it.
Yeah, because I can't give you false information.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
We won't have that. We won't have that. Will we? We can't.
We can't.
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to take a very short commercial break, after which we will discuss matters a la Prado with Lasso de Silva and Babu Jaseka. Stay tuned.
Newsfirst, Newsline, Raz Shaukatali.
Welcome back to Newsline. Some people have asked us how they can watch the program and whether it's being repeated. It is repeated on the same day at 12:45 in the afternoon. But on the other hand, if you would like the link emailed to you, if you drop us an email with your address, we'll be happy to forward you the link to the program so you can watch it on your tab or one of these things, smartphones. A lot of people already do that. In the meantime, now we shall turn to our matters a la Prado. Do you know this? What we're talking about here? The willful evasion of customs duty, which in my very simplistic mind means that the state has been deprived of its resources. That definitely must fall under the abuse of state resources, and it's a non-bailable offence.
Correct.
So why are these people not being locked up?
Let me put it this way. Now, there has been all types of proposals that the scope of the commission should be expanded so that these kind of allegations also could be taken up by the commission. I think the government is right now considering, so that it will definitely help the government. Up to now, what we have done so far in the commission had to some extent disciplined, or I would say brought some control in regard to day-to-day operations or the services of the government. Public servants are careful, the politicians are careful. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have the powers, or at least the commission is not empowered to go into matters of this kind of allegations the way as it is, This is the problem.
It's serious dereliction of duty, I think.
Correct.
Because
I agree.
The customs ordinance provides for a fine of 3 times the amount that has been
Waived off.
under-declared. 3 times that, and even for forfeiture of the goods. Nothing of the sort has happened. These vehicles have been released on the grounds that they are collecting dust and rust and so on, and handed back to the importers. But that's simply unacceptable. They should have at least got hold of a bank guarantee, and so some official somewhere along the line is guilty of abusing state resources
and powers.
And we.
What are you doing?
What are you doing about it?
This is basically the issue. Now, we have strengthened the government's hands, I would say, by going into all types of allegations within the period given in that particular gazette, 10th January 2010, 10th January 2015. So if it is extended up to now, I believe there will be a lot more we could do for the government, for the benefit of the people. I think this is what
the
will be.
government should give benefit of the people as well. That's what people they want it. It's not the government's. This was a promise they made.
Eventually, end of the day, if you can stop, up to now we have been able to send the message across, and all what I gather from various parties, even now there is so much of financial discipline in place, better than the previous whatever era, in the sense, maybe because what we have been doing over the couple of months in the recent past. So this has to be further strengthened, I would say.
Lasso, how fares whistleblowing in this country? How many whistleblowers have been in touch with you? without
Now,
naming names.
I know there are a lot of people who are whistleblowers. Now the question is whether the whistleblowers are safe. Bandula asked me just this
About
morning.
witness protection. that's
Yeah,
important,
right.
yeah.
Unfortunately, even internationally, there are provisions where we are duty bound to enforce this kind of laws, and I believe it's being done. It's under consideration. Those things will be done because I was trying to explain even in the morning. Say during the particular program. Now in 2010. Say the then government, then the 17th Amendment, right, was introduced in order to depoliticize the whole system. So thereafter, back again, this particular law was repealed, and back again the 19th Amendment has come in place. I believe slowly these Witness Protection Act, Information Act, all that will have to be enacted. Those are being considered right now for the benefit of the people, so that whistleblowers, everybody, will be
Protected.
They
Are they safe now?
They
I'm
may-
sure a lot of our
yeah.
viewers would want to reach out to you.
No, may not be 100% safe, because at the moment, even we know the people who come out with all kinds of complaints, they want to be anonymous as yet. They don't come out openly. So that is basically because they are scared.
And also,
Well,
a viewer, for us,
yes.
a viewer is saying anti-corruption is a joke. Remember, customs declines to name guilty. Rashid should ask customs for names and investigate.
That's true, but Lasil, I don't think can
You-
go
have
and
you got the
tout.
powers? No?
You can't tout for business, so to speak, can you? You have to wait for them to contact you.
Yeah, basically, our hands could be strengthened by giving all the information and by expanding the commission, the scope of the commission, because people may have now realized what we are doing within a very short period of time. I must thank the commissioners, because even during the period when the court vacation was on, we had meetings where public hearings were fixed. I know, like what I told you, even the police officers, you shouldn't blame all the police officers all over, like what happened in Ambilipitia.
Is the need to prosecute or blame the Rajapaksas so great that these commissioners are even working overtime?
Good question.
I think it's a good question. Like, we have no such agenda.
All right.
We have
Listen,
no such.
what I want to do is, I want to encourage whistleblowers. So, whistleblowers, listen up. If you're working in a government department, organization, or you just happen to have some information, and if you're nervous about anything, why don't you SMS me? My number, and I hope I'm not going to get into trouble about this, but my number is 0772 300 305. You can contact me, and I'll be happy to have a look at your complaint and help you to whistleblow, but keeping your anonymity.
As the real opposition.
As we are the
real.
real opposition.
And I would say certainly, we have given our names. Everybody knows about all the details. Actually, we have not so far disclosed their identity. We have maintained the kind of secrecy they wanted. They can definitely have faith in us also, right? Give us all the information, but particularly it should be within the scope.
There you go. There's my number on the screen now.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
SMS me, call me. Don't call me now. because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
on the
yeah,
program. Now then, I want our viewers to share a bit of. I want to share with them a bit of information. It's a little task, okay? We have. We better say we have the Ministry of Finance that says that a Belgian investor is going to be parking $1 billion in this country to help strengthen the exchange rate fluctuation. Well, if you research how many Belgian billionaires there are, declared billionaires, there are 3. One of them his value is 1.47 billion. The other is just about 2 billion. And the third, and the richest Belgian, listed by Forbes no less, has just under 5 billion. Do have a look and see if you can find out a connection to Sri Lanka. If you find it, let us know, because we'd like to get in touch with this Belgian billionaire. He's unnamed. Why should it be unnamed, Bandula? We live in this Yahapalane world.
But you have nailed it, and I'm sure the viewers could take it from there.
I hope so. I hope that the viewers will help us track down this billionaire who is promised 2%. I had a look at the US Treasury bond yields. The coupon rate was 2.2%, and there's something else that said I think they can get about 2.09, which is more, and it is in the US. And so I'd like to know what the compelling reasons are that exist for them to do investors.
And who found this Belgian?
And then who found it? Well, maybe that's not so. That's only sort of gossipy. But we'd like to know what attracts this $1 billion to Sri Lanka, and why there is a lack of transparency. They can declare. Why not? Is it Mr. Soros? Is it Mr. Freire? Is it Khashoggi? Is it Rajapaksa? Who is it? Let us know. That's transparency. So, Lasil, come on. We've been asking you this question several times on Newsline. When can we see a prosecution of one of these political leaders? Or are you existing, let's ask it the way we see it, do you all exist merely to character assassinate? Are you trying to put Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa down by assassinating his character, by getting him to come there all the time? Are you trying to take away a bit of the glitz and the glamour that Mahinda Rajapaksa has? What are you trying to do?
I personally can't understand, because there has been certain allegations leveled against them.
Yeah.
The matters are under investigation, and they know why they have been asked to come there for, and they have come up with their lawyers to defend themselves, right? So there's an open, transparent system, like an open court. Matters are being discussed, and to my knowledge, let me say from the bottom of the heart, everybody who comes before the commission knows why they have been asked to come there for. So it's under investigation. They know why the allegations against them. I don't think there's any need to character assassinate or even to disrepute them in that way. There is an investigation pending. There is a commission going into it. To their knowledge, I mean, for them, they have known all these reasons, the allegations, and let me say, within a very short period of time, if there's a direct finger pointed at them, after the investigations, within, it will not take that long, because we are almost coming to the end of the, scope. I mean, we are going to be over. We are going to be, if there's no extension, I know definitely they'll give us an extension.
Have you asked the president for an extension?
We will be sending a letter maybe this week for an extension. Yes, right. So
you're revealing that exclusively on Newsline.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's worth getting up and watching the program.
The letter, this was in the news, but actually the fact that we are going to write a letter is just news
today,
right now.
Today?
We most probably by tomorrow even we should be able to send the letter.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Are you going to hand deliver the letter?
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
Yes, how are you going to do that?
No, we will send it through a courier to the Presidential Secretariat, and
you come under the Presidential Secretariat, or this is independent?
No, it's an independent body altogether.
Are you investigating this thing about this the principal of a top school, a state school?
No,
you haven't received.
No, it doesn't come under.
It's out.
It depends on how well it's top or not.
Well, with a minute left to go, we're greeted by the news this morning in the Daily Mirror, and I think other papers too, that surprise, surprise, the government will go on with Chinese projects. So says our dear Prime Minister, who has now deemed it fit to invite Chinese investors who had probably stopped in shock at the thought that their projects will all be put on hold. There you are.
Very surprising.
It is very surprising.
That's why we are known as the miracle of Asia.
Yes, that's right. But it is good news for the economy. On that note, I'm going to have to say thank you. I hope your extension gets done with.
I hope so.
Do come back and share more exclusive information with us.
Thank you very much. Yes.
I hope you don't get into too much hot water.
Thank you very much.
And Bandula, thank you for gracing News 9.
Thank you for us.
And tomorrow we'll be talking all about the crashing stock market. So do tune in, and our repeat telecast is at 12:45 in the afternoon. On that note, I'm going to say thank you for watching Newsline. Take care and have a great day. God bless.